not as a reward for thinking hard enough about going because of the movement itself, because of the actual physical act of opening the door and stepping through it. In that act, fear loses the power it carries when you are sitting still contemplating it from a distance, because fear lives in the gap between the thought of doing something and the actual doing of it. The moment you close that gap, fear has nowhere left to live. It cannot survive the very thing it was working to prevent. One step outside is more powerful than 1,000 reasons to stay in. Not because the reasons are not real, but because the reasons, however real, cannot give you what the step gives you. The reasons keep you safe in a way that shrinks you over time. The step moves you forward in a way that expands you every single time. And the next step is always easier than the first. The fear that felt so large and convincing before you opened the door almost never survives contact with the actual experience of being outside, the air on your face, the sound of the world beyond your walls, the simple physical reality of a body in motion in open space. The first step is the hardest one by such a significant margin that if you can just open the door and cross the threshold, everything that follows becomes something entirely different from what the fear was promising. Stop negotiating with fear from the inside. Stop trying to think your way into readiness. Thinking alone cannot produce what action produces. Open the door. Take the step. Let the movement do what the thinking never could. If you are done letting fear make decisions for your life, drop this below. I act before I am ready. 5. Walking alone is not loneliness. It is the deepest form of coming home to yourself. Here is the truth that sits at the center of everything, the one all 4 previous truths have been pointing toward. Most people have never spent real, intentional, unhurried time alone in the world. Not alone at home, where screens and routines fill every silence before it can teach you anything, but alone outside, moving through the world without the anchor of another person beside you. Something very specific begins to happen.